Okay, so I'm gonna go to the grocery store today and I'm gonna see what information tends to be most popular on these grocery bags because local coffee shops tend to be more informative on their coffee bags. And if you don't have a grinder, they can grind them right there. I just wanna make sure that the information I'm giving you is something that you can find in these grocery stores. I'll go and I'll try to find the local coffee shops that are featured in my grocery store. And I'm also going to go and find brands that are widely available. And I'm gonna walk through those bags uh, just to see the difference between what I found in local coffee shops versus what is available in these grocery stores. Just to let you know how to look at a bag at a grocery store versus what you might find at a local coffee shop. So when you're trying to find what coffees to choose in a grocery store versus a local coffee shop, you can tell what information might be available to you in which situation. Okay, so we've got this part right here. It's gonna usually tell you the name. It's gonna tell you roast profile, which is like a medium roast. And then we've got what type of beans they're gonna use here. So this is gonna be the type of beans. Don't know why it's giving me such weird focus here, and then it's gonna give you some flavor notes, all right? And then usually it'll tell you how many ounces of beans you're gonna get. It's gonna tell you if it's an Ethiopian blend. It's going to tell you usually what kind of beans they've used. So this one is an Ethiopian Brazilian blend. And this one, well, it looks like 80% of the proceeds go to the Ethiopian beans used to go Sudanese refugees. Awesome. And in this one, it's going to give you the brewing ratio. So this one's going to tell you to use 25 grams of beans to 340 grams of water. I've tried this one. It's actually very good. And then usually they'll tell you how they source their beans. Smaller coffee roaster, they're probably going to give you some of their branding details and some of their mission statements on the side of the bag, some of their iconography on the side of the bag as well, maybe even where they're located. Be able to find a roast date, usually on the bottom or somewhere. Usually local coffee shops will have theirs handwritten. Here in the grocery aisle, you'll probably find, so this one's a blend, and this is the tasting notes. And obviously they're going to put their website on there because you can find out more about how to probably brew these coffees on their website. This one is whole bean coffee. So this one is not going to be ground. It's 12 ounces of coffee. And Ceremony Coffee Roasters is who makes this one. This one is not the roast date. It'll have the sell by date.
All right, so this one's going to be interesting because this is an instant coffee and it's going to have a really long shelf life. And let's see what the best by date here. Let's see if it's got some of the ingredients. It might say Arabica coffee. It won't really give you an origin most likely. Let's see here. Probably got the ratios you need for the water on there as well. Here's a different brand. It's also got the ratio there as well. Let's see if it's got any labels. Okay, it's got its best by date, expiration date. Oh, and this one was a fun find. This one is, if you have any digestive issues, this one seemed like it was great for those who struggle with stomach sensitivities. I just wanted to add this one in there because it seemed like a really great find. And then this one is just if you wanted to make cold brew that was quick and easy. This one has how you do it, and it's got directions on the side, and it comes pre-packaged. So I just wanted to feature a few things in here that I found in the coffee aisle that seemed fun. Also, I wanted to feature a few K-pods and things like that that were brands other than Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and things like that. This one is a La Colombe, which is a specialty coffee. And so I just wanted to feature that. Oh, this one is going to be a fun one because this one is rare. It has a roasted on date. The reason why a lot of the specialty coffee bags don't have their roasted on date is because some people might be put off, but I wouldn't be put off if it has a longer roasted on date. And then this one is going to have actually really fun ratios on the origins of the coffee in this blend. This is Counterculture Coffee. I'll talk more about them in a minute. And this is their fast forward blend.
Hi, so I just wanted to say a few notes on labels. There are certain labels that you can watch out for if you want to, or some that may be more regulated than others. But so for instance, the B Corp label I showed several times, B Corps are pretty cool because the system usually allows for companies to be a B corporation and adopt all of the certification necessities over time for those businesses to become a B corporation, which is very cool and more accessible. But some of the organic coffee farming labels that you'll see, or fair trade labels, etc., they may charge a very hefty fee for a coffee farm to be able to afford that label. And sometimes it's more of a marketing tactic than it is a certification of a particular farming practice. There may be a lot of coffee beans that you consume that the farms that may be smaller will use organic growth techniques. They just can't afford the certification to have it put on the bag because they do charge for farmers to get that certification, and it's quite expensive. So there are a lot of coffee farms that can't afford to just even have that label. So I wouldn't necessarily go about limiting yourself to ingesting only coffees that say organic with that particular label, because if you look at that one more closely, it's usually farms that have far more profit that can afford to buy that one. And usually the smaller farms can't afford it, even if they are following all the practices that would allow them to buy that certification if they had the money to do so. So just watch out for labels and research them a little bit more. Look into what farmers have to do in order to get those. I would suggest Counterculture website. They do a lot of coffee certifications like Q grading, etc., and the Specialty Coffee Association website as well. That's a great place to start. Also, a lot of coffees that are found in the grocery stores, the reason they might not put a roasted on date, even for coffees that are locally roasted, may be that the way that they have stored those coffees may be exactly the way that they store them, the ones that they sell in the coffee shop. However, coffee does tend to have a longer shelf life. It's just that it is oftentimes required for products to have a best by date. Even if they are edible beyond that date, they are required to have that best by date, but they aren't required to have the roasted on date for the coffees specifically. However, some do, like you saw, some coffees do put their roasted on date, but some people will see that and they're like, oh wow, this coffee's old. But if you looked and you saw, some of those instant coffees and things have a shelf life of like at least 2 years. So don't worry too much if you're in the grocery store and you can't find a roast by date. If you really want to make sure your coffee is at least less than 3 weeks old, then I would buy from a local coffee shop.
Okay, so this one is going to say that it's between medium and dark roast, but this is not the case, really. Here's why.
So like you saw, they said it was French roast. However, on their roasting profile, it says it's between medium and dark. And theirs might be a different scale because medium roast is very dark, is in the category of very dark. It's not quite as dark as Italian roast. So that one is a little bit more confusing. Just like there are some coffee shops that use blonde roast instead of light roast, or they will specify somewhere on their container or packaging that it is a light roast, which is why they call it the blonde roast. They will have different nicknames sometimes for these, and it might get confusing, but the more you make yourself comfortable and familiar with certain terms and how they might be used, the more confident you will be buying coffee and finding the ones that you really, really like. So a substantial option you can choose is the reusable K-Pods if you'd like. I am not somebody who shuns people who use Keurigs or Nespressos or anything like that. I think that a lot of different types of coffee can be appreciated. And if you don't have another coffee machine and you can't afford to buy another one or anything like that, feel free to try to utilize something like that, a reusable K-cup, and try some of these cool origin coffees. It might take some trial and error for that one because every coffee bean has a different density sometimes. And so one grind size might work for one coffee well. You might have to switch up the grind size for another coffee bean or origin for it to move as smoothly through the coffee with your K-pod. But overall, it is just a fun experiment, and drink the coffee that you like. That's what this channel is all about. So I will say, I was in Target and I didn't see a bean grinder. So if you do buy whole beans at Target, I don't think you can grind them there. However, Whole Foods, there was a bean grinder. Giant, there's a bean grinder. Usually grocery stores will have a bean grinder there. You will need to know what grind you need. And that is another video I will be showing and having on my channel as well in the future. And that will be a little bit trickier, especially if you have several different ways you like to drink your coffee. However, if you go to Target, you may not be able to grind your beans. So really check to make sure you're getting ground coffee beans instead of whole bean. Otherwise, you're gonna get home and be very sad.
Okay, so we're back to counterculture, and this is going to be featuring something very interesting, and I'm going to talk to you about why this is interesting on this side of the bag here.
So, like you saw, I did say the Future Blend, while it has and features different coffees, it is a blend that they try to keep within a certain flavor profile. So that is fun and interesting because there are many coffees out there from many different origins. And a lot of the coffees we looked at today are from the Arabica bean category. And that is fun if you are a creature of habit to look at, and if you find fluctuations in taste, to really see if they've managed to stick within those bounds. And if they do, just keep checking on the origins of that coffee. Not every coffee will percentages be as meticulous at telling you how much of each origin they have in their blend. That's why I really appreciated that one. That one was a very fun label. I really loved that they gave us that information. A lot of coffee shops and roasting companies won't put that much detail on their bag, but a cool thing to see how coffee from different places can still taste similar even within different roast profiles. So I was really happy about this episode. It was a peek into a little bit into the wonderful aspect of buying locally, which is the handwritten roasted dates often. And that is a special feeling of being able to buy beans roasted by people that are in your community. And also the exciting aspect of local coffee shops being featured in larger grocery stores, which is also awesome. But also being able to address certain coffee sensitivities and to show you a bit of options that are out there, and also to address some questions as to labels and some stipulations about tasting notes and some mixed messages when it comes to marketing versus tasting notes and their roast profiles that are on the label themselves. And also, I will say that it was my first time filming in public, and I don't do vlogs or anything, so I was quite shy in the grocery store, so I didn't say anything while I was getting footage, so I did voiceovers for a lot of the footage. Maybe next time, I think next time I will do it more candidly and speak. I've actually been having so much fun with this series. It's been really fun to go back and brush up on some old topics and to learn more recent facts and more details and build upon what I've known in the past. And I am very excited to be able to bring that to you, and I will see you in the next video. Please like and subscribe and share, and I will be seeing you next week.
Let me know in the comments what beverage you're drinking at the time you watch this video. That would be very fun. I am actually currently drinking the Liquid Death Grim Leafer iced tea because I've already had 2 coffees today and it's 3 o'clock. So that's what I'm drinking.
I